TV show, and on today's edition, we are going to look at some words that we wrongfully pronounce. Words wrongfully pronounced, or we can also say words with wrong pronunciations. Before we even go on to the words, I would like for you to pay attention to this. Alright, it says pronounce, pronounced, but the noun, this is the verb form, to pronounce something. I pronounced ladle wrongfully as ladle, and my friends laughed at me. So pronounce, verb. The noun form of pronounce is pronunciation, pronunciation, not pronoun. So let's take note of this part and this part. So we have pronounce with O here, and the pronunciation does not have any O. Okay, that is it for this one. Now let's go to the words that are wrongfully pronounced. The first one we're going to look at is Ladle. Yes, that is that type of big spoon used for scooping soup and other liquid substances or food items. Okay, now ladle, the pronunciation is ladle, not the usual ladle as we have been saying. Now looking at this, these ones, the ones in two brackets, okay, or let me say two bars, these are bars, okay, they are the IPA representation of words. So these are the sounds. If you are not familiar with the sounds, you can go for this. This one is more of using the alphabets and how they are used in pronouncing or producing sounds. This is what we have used to represent the words and how they are supposed to be pronounced. Is that okay? If you are not conversant, or if you don't know your way around the IPA, the vowels, the consonants, and the symbols that represent the various sounds, you can go for this. So look at this. The word is ladle. Lay. This is A. Ladle. Ladle. Now if you look at this, it says lay. Lay. A dot symbolizes or means that we have ended one syllable, we are moving to another syllable. So this tells us that ladle is a disyllabic word, two syllables. Ladle. Okay, so ladle. That is it for this. Let us desist from saying ladle, because if we end up saying it and we also find ourselves in the company of people who know it to be ladle, we are going to be laughed at. Okay, now the second word, well, I am sure this one we have it already, but then let's talk about it. Cucumber. Cucumber. Okay, ideally, or let me say, most people say kakumba or kakumba. Okay, now looking at this is j, and whenever you see two dots in front of a sound, it means that sound is prolonged or stretched. So this is cucumber. Cucumber. Okay, now this caret sign represents the sharp as in cut. Cut the tree. So this is cucumber. Okay, now looking at this one, cucumber. Cucumber. Alright, so let's take note of that. Let us desist from saying kakumba. Okay, now let's go to this one. This is somehow tricky, but then it's simple. It's adult. Adult. We usually say adults. You are an adult. No, it's adult. You are now an adult, so you have to start acting like one. Adult. Looking at this, that. So if you look at this is a, the first syllable, and the second is doubt. Do not be confused by the U and be thinking it's O. No, it's a. As we said, cucumber. Cucumber. So with this one, you say adult. Adult. Okay. Now there's this particular word. It's a verb. That is the past tense or simple past tense and past participle of when. When. We usually say won. We had a match with the Bachelor Boys and we won by 2-0. We won. We usually say that, but it is supposed to be we won. We won. One as in just saying the number 1. Yes, just 1. 1. We won. There's this song, If You Dream, Dream Big. There's a part that says, and don't let them know that they have won. Really, I am not good at singing, so yeah. And don't let them know that they have won. It's not they have won. Don't let your enemies know that they have won. They've won. They've won the battle. Okay? Yes, don't let them know they have won. Laugh, dream, smile, and don't let them know that they have won. That is one over there. The past tense and past participle of win. Okay, so you can see one, or one. Okay, now this particular word became very popular during the time COVID-19, pound on us like a lion feasting on its prey. Okay, now it is quarantine. Quarantine. One thing I want to clarify before we even go on is that whenever you see Q, U, A, don't say qua. It's supposed to be qua. So you don't say quantity, you say quantity. You don't say quality, you say quality. All right, now let's come back to this. It's quarantine. Now this one is up. A turned sideways is up. Okay, so this word is quarantine, and as I have already established, when you see a diacritic or when you see diacritics, 2 dots in front of a sound, it means that sound is stretched. Okay, which is why you say quarantine. Now let's come to the more familiar way. Run, team.